You ready to catch wreck, homie? Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
RecBoys.
Yeah, we in the studio. Yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. We in the studio. Yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. You know what we doing, supporting indie artists. DJ Shad, Mr. Catch Ray, got the cup of Henny charging. Out the margin with the topic of discussion. Money talk, we hear the fussing, and they keep the special guests coming. Shad got the mute button, Chris got the drop. In the studio, they get it out the pot. They play the videos, let them know how to knock. #1 podcast, 2 kings, they claim the top spot. Take you to the next stop, get your merch at the rec shop. Swerving all lanes, got no time for the rest stop. No vest needed, intellectual bullets. Get your head shot from Spanish braids to dreadlocks. We here for the people. Did it from vinyls with needles. Can't play hard if you Kegels. Looking for my ring like I'm Schmeagol. Here for the bread like a seagull. Warring for the flow, it's illegal. Everything out the vein, let it bleed through. Checking when you coming, cause we see you. We in the studio, yeah. We in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. We in the studio, yeah. We in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. We in the studio, yeah. We in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. We in the studio, yeah. We in the studio. We in the studio.
Everybody needs to tune in the studio with the RecBoys.
I'm in the studio with RecBoys. You should be in the studio with RecBoys.
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 RecBoys. Man, RecBoys.
RecBoys. I'm tapping with my guys, the RecBoys. You should tap in too.
RecBoys.
What's shaking, my peoples? It is Wednesday, Rec Day. We are the RecBoys, and we are in the building. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We got all the podcasters tuned in already. We got Samantha over at
Let's Get Activated podcast.
Let's Get Activated. Then we got Kimmy K in the building. Gabe is in the building. Bunky's in the building. Shout out. They all lined up to see the big homie. The big homie. Yo, listen. We got a legendary guy on tonight. I'm hype. I had a little rough beginning. You know,
you had a little fiasco and shit.
Yeah. No. It was some wild shit for a little bit. Shout out to my sister, my beautiful sisters in the building. But no, we got a dope show lined up for you. First of all, how was your week so far, homie?
You already know, bro. Good. You know what I mean? Blessed. Glad to be here.
Nice shirt,
good.
by the way.
Yeah. Your shit is looking even better. But God, I'm gonna let you get your shit off because I know you said you gotta get your shit off. We got a lot. We got the legend in the building. It's crazy. Like, first before you even say what you was gonna say, like, I don't get starstruck often, and I'm not even in the same room as the man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've been around me, around multiple people. This is one night that this is in the book. His name is in the book. It's crazy. And that was happening. Salute to Let's Get Activated podcast, Samantha Lavelle. She made it happen tonight. But guys, Shaq, do your shit real quick so we get to it.
Yo, listen, I'm a visual type of guy. Just to let the people know who we talking about. I got a little something for you. Chris, let me know what you think. You already, yo, what up?
That's a dope thing. That's dope.
Yo, listen, I had to do it because, you know, I'm gonna put you on blast real quick because we in the studio. This is what we do when we in the studio. Man, we couldn't get a drop. The homie Chris was like, yo, he gonna share the show. We can't get a drop. I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it, Chris, because I'm a fan. Like, I've been a fan for as long as I can remember. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make him want to give us a drop. I gotta show him. I gotta show him that, yo, listen, like, the love is real, my G. Like this, that. Listen, that's, you guys were my favorite part in Crush Group. Like, the whole character, like, yo, listen, you guys helped me into being the hip hop guy that I am. So I had to salute you. So listen, if you guys don't know, it's the big homie Kool Rock-Ski.
Brooklyn, what up? What up, FatBoys? What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Had a nice little workout at the gym today. So, you know, trying to get ready for a hot boy summer. You know.
Nice. Nah, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah, man.
But now that's dope. Let's talk about, let's start from the beginning real quick. I know you get asked all these questions all the time, but for the people who tuned in, like Shah said, we're talking Kool Rock-Ski from the FatBoys, originally known as the Disco 3. And I'm going back, right? So I'm an 80s baby, and I'm going back, and I'm doing research, and I'm like, yo, they signed at 15?
Yeah. Well, we joined the contest. We did a rap and dance contest, which consisted of, speaking of that contest, Doc Ice from UTFO and Kangle Kid, may he rest in peace, they were also in the contest as rappers. I always thought they were dancers. And they came in second place. We came in first place, and the prize was a recording contract. And we signed that particular contract. I was going on 16. Buff was 15 going on 16, and Mark was 14. So, yeah, we signed it really early in our life. So, you know.
Wow, that's crazy. And now how, like, the music industry is, you know what I mean, and everybody being independent, right off the rip, did y'all own any of the publishing of the masters?
No, no.
Not back then.
Not back then. I mean, listen, you don't even own it now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything you get is pretty much in advance. It's like I tell people all the time, a lot of the advance money is pretty much buying you out from your royalties or your publishing. That's what advance money is. It's a buyout in some cases.
Right.
So,
gotcha.
The thing with the music industry is nobody walks away with anything. Or if you do walk away with something, it's got to be connected to something else. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You pay for popularity in the music industry. That's the bottom line. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's kind of like also it's the gift and the curse, right? Because you had to bump your head in order for you to be able to help others. You know what I mean? And then now you're a part of something that in my eyes is kind of dope. Certified Nation Entertainment, everything y'all doing. So I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So the festival and everything y'all do over there in the summers,
right?
It's dope. You know what I mean? And then to find out that Sam was a part of the team, I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, this is somebody. I'm from Bed-Stuy. You know what I mean? Young kid running through there. Y'all from the same hood I'm from. Y'all superstars. You know what I mean? When I'm 9, 10, I'm like, yo, those are the guys. Like, those are what I want to see. You know what I mean? So actually now you doing the interviews kind of crazy. But how the game progressed, you know what I mean? And everybody being so independent and actually owning all this type of stuff now. You know in the game and you kind of schooling people. How is that for you now to, like, grab somebody and be like, hold on. Think about this before you.
I mean, you got to have a backup plan. You got to have a backup plan because the popularity of an artist lasts for like at least about 2 years, 2 maybe 3 years. You get a lot of popularity. Everybody's coming and going because the lanes are so congested when it comes down to hip hop. You got a new one popping up every week, a new hot one popping up every week. So it's like just milk it for all it's worth. Milk it for all it's worth. So I can't get mad at the artist when he or she is asking for $20,000 a show, $30,000 a show. You know, you got to milk it because once again you're here today, going tomorrow. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to last. I mean, you got your Jay-Z's, you got Drake, and you can count on one hand how many sustained that
Right.
popularity. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else falls at the wayside. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, this is what you ask for, and this is what you strive for in life. And once you get it, it's gone in a blink of an eye. But you have your music as far as the legacy. You still have your music, so you still have your loyal fans who are always going to come out to your shows. Pretty much the only way really to make money in the music industry, you have to do shows. You have to tour. You can't sit around and wait every 6 months for a royalty check or a publishing check.
You starve.
Starve. So you gotta have a good management, good team behind you, and constantly just get on tour. Every tour you can get on, every show you can get on. That's what makes that's what put money in your pocket. You know.
You know what's crazy, Shot? You remember MC Stan said the same shit?
Nah, MC.
He's like,
I mean, that's what it is.
That shit is a hobby. Make it a hobby. You remember?
Right.
Yeah. Listen, you guys were one of the very first to break into the acting.
Right.
How was that so early in hip hop?
To be honest with you, we got turned down for the movie Beat Street.
Really?
Yeah, we auditioned for Beat Street and got turned down. And Harry Belafonte was the producer of Beat Street.
Beat Street. Yeah.
I ran into him later on in London. We were doing a show for Nelson Mandela, and he was
damn, that's dope. Hold up.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not gonna just slip that in there, dude. You performed for Nelson Mandela, dude. Hold up. All right, finish this, and then you gotta tell us how was that, because that in its own right deserves to be heard.
We went to the Roxy and we auditioned. It was a lot of people, breakdancers and rappers. But as I look at it now, it was a Bronx thing. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it was. Bronx had the audition sewn up. So we came from Brooklyn.
Wait, hold up.
No, yo, Shot. So when I tell y'all, he gonna tell y'all right now. It was different back in the day. When it was Borough against Borough, it really was like, yo, you didn't leave Brooklyn, you was from Brooklyn. Am I wrong?
Right.
If you was from the Bronx, you wasn't leaving. It's not how it is now.
Leaving, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all.
Nah, so you're saying the reason, we're gonna assume, is because they wanted to really keep it all Bronx. And was it because of the story of hip hop?
I guess they put their story out there first. They ran to and put their story out there before anybody else can get to it. And we coming from Brooklyn. Everybody knows we're from Brooklyn. We had just came off winning the rap contest at Radio City Music Hall, coming in first place. So we were trying to find our niche in the hip hop culture, in hip hop industry. So we went up there for the auditions, and we weren't breakdancers, So we got turned down. We had a little cipher with Foursome D's, who were known as Foursome C's back then. You know what I'm saying? They had a beatbox, they had Stevie D, they had Mercury, and let me tell you, Foursome C's before they came Foursome D's, they was nothing to fuck with. They was nothing to mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they were on top of their game when it came down to rap. You know what I mean? I mean, at one point they wanted to battle Cold Crush 4, and you was a fool to try to battle Cold Crush 4, but they can sing and rap, so they can keep up with Cold Crush.
Yeah. It was different with those guys. Okay, Nelson Mandela, performing for Nelson Mandela.
It was a free Nelson Mandela concert. So it consisted,
that's even more dope.
Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people strong. And we're performing with they wanted somebody to represent the hip hop culture, the hip hop music, and they picked us in Salt and Pepper. And so
nice.
Whoopi Goldberg was the MC of the night. We performed with Stevie Wonder, Peter Gabriel. I mean, you name it, they were there. Whitney Houston was there. Whitney Houston's mother kind of screamed on me and Mark. Not screamed on us, but as we were over in the corner messing around, me and Markie Dee, and just being young and having fun.
Right.
And she pretty much told her, "Hey, cut that noise down," you know.
Got
So,
you.
like a mother would tell a
Yes,
child, you know?
scold y'all real quick.
Right,
Yeah, hold it.
exactly.
And that was the difference about back in the day too. Like, you know what I mean? Other parents would scream on you. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Your parents be cool with it. It's not like today. Like, you say something to somebody's kid is a problem.
Right.
Okay. How old were you then?
The Nelson Mandela concert?
Yeah.
Oh, we were like 5 albums deep by then.
No, but I'm just all right. But even so, like, yo, dude, you said it was you and Salt and Pepper, right?
Right.
Out of everybody in hip hop at that time, dude, that's like,
yeah,
like that's remarkable. Like,
but you gotta remember, our popularity was through the stratosphere at this time. So we were
even
right on. Us and Run DMC were battling for that popularity spot.
Nice, but
yo,
even
did y'all get along? Like, let's keep it a buck. Did y'all get? Because from the outside looking in, it was like, yeah, I think it. Again, as a fan, I'm like, yeah, I think they just doing it because they're part of like the same label. Did y'all get along or didn't y'all?
With us and Run DMC?
Yeah.
At first, we did a lot of shows with Run DMC. We were doing shows in Brooklyn, shows in Manhattan, and it culminated with us doing a tour with them, which was the first hip hop tour ever, which was the Fresh Festival.
The Fresh Fest, yeah.
And
what was that? 84, 85?
84 and 85. We had two Fresh Festivals. And it consisted of FatBoys, Run DMC, Houdini, Curtis Blow, Nucleus from Jam On It, and a couple of breakdancing groups. I think it was New York City Breakers at the time. And Shabba-Doo and Turbo from the movie Breaking. They were on some of the shows.
And Jermaine Dupri. Wasn't Jermaine Dupri?
Dupri was on the tour.
Houdini. Yeah, with Houdini.
Yeah, with Houdini, because his father was one of the promoters.
Yeah. Yo, listen, young LL. Did you see it? Like, did you see LL? Like, did you when I mean, because LL was one of them arrogant dudes anyway. And also, yo, listen, you're from Brooklyn. How was it in Def Jam knowing Queens was running Def Jam?
Well, it was like a one-man army. So it was Def Jam. I mean, really Russell Simmons, because Run DMC was on Profile. They weren't on Def Jam. They was just
Got you.
By,
that's interesting. See, that's a good trivia
I didn't know
question. That's a great. Remember, we had that question. That was a question last week.
Right.
Who was the first act that Russell Simmons signed?
It was I think it was Tila Rock, to be honest with you. The first rap act that he signed.
I don't know. We might have to Google that one. I might have been wrong last week.
Well, I mean, let's put it like this: Tila Rock was the first act on Def Jam. We put it like that.
Got you. Yeah. All right.
But we did some shows with Run DMC, and it culminated with us doing the tour with them. And like every young guy, your testosterone levels are high.
Right.
You're just looking at one another with side-eyed and little mean faces here and there. But we became like the best of friends after that. You know what I'm saying? Once we
y'all did go gold before them, right?
Well, somebody reminded me the other day, because I did put up a post that said we did. But I was getting the information from my boy Jalil of Houdini, that said we were the first act to go gold. Run DMC was second and Houdini was third. Come to find out, Run DMC was first, we were second, and Houdini was third. But Houdini was the first rap group with a platinum album.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another trivia question. You guys pay attention. You're gonna hear that. Chris, pay attention. Little nigga, pay attention.
Oh, that's a question for tonight? Is what you
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
That's gonna be a future question. That is a good question. That's good knowledge. Like for real.
I mean, Houdini, they make some of the most classical rap songs in the history of rap. Friends, Freaks Come Out at Night, Funky Beat, 5 Minutes of Funk. I mean,
that 5 Minutes of Funk is crazy, dude.
Yeah,
like,
they were a group you could put on any kind of tour at that time. New Edition to Cameo to Frankie W. Maze. You could put them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I want to ask you.
Go ahead, Chris.
You didn't want to do the song with the Beach Boys?
Hell no. We didn't know who they were.
So how'd that come about? So why did it happen then? If you didn't want to do it?
Management. We was young.
No, but what I'm saying, like it didn't click to do it, or you guys were like, all right, we just gonna do it just to do it. And then when it took off, it was like, oh snap.
Well, even when it took off, we still weren't 100% satisfied with it. Let's be honest. It's like we losing our core audience, which was hip hop audience. But the money got better, so it's like it's a catch-22 to everything.
I bought that album, so it didn't matter to me. Like FatBoys, like that. I mean, I like the joint, and
yeah, but
that's probably why I DJ. Because it was a blend to me. It was a different. It was two genres mashed up, and that was probably that's probably like the third favorite song from you guys. And you talking about you didn't like it. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking
I mean, listen, there's a lot of songs that artists do that they just don't like.
Right.
No, I get it.
It's pushed upon them, and from the record label and management, and they have to do it. I mean, once it comes out and it's a hit, maybe they still don't want to do it, but they say, you know what? Hey, the money's good. We'll just keep on riding the train. Right. But, we're from Brooklyn. We're from East New York. But we don't know nothing about a Beach Boy. I'm pretty sure Beach Boys didn't know what the hell hip-hop was. So,
especially then.
Right, exactly. And I think our management at the time, because Run DMC had Walked This Way and it was a phenomenal, huge hit, he wanted to
duplicate
duplicate it in some way. So we met the Beach Boys, who were really cool guys, and we met them on the set of Disorderlies, to be honest with you.
Oh shit!
And yeah, they had a cameo in the movie Disorderlies, and we met them. And Buff did the beatbox. They never seen anything like that, and so they were just standing there with their mouths open, like, "Oh, what the hell?" They didn't know nothing about rap at that point. They knew a little bit of Run DMC because of Walk This Way, but they knew who Curtis Blow was. So we did the song. We did our verses in New York. They did theirs in California. We did the video together. And so we went back out on tour. We went on tour. We took a little break off tour to promote the movie Disorderlies. And by the time we got back on tour, the album was platinum.
Sheesh.
And so we go back out on tour. And now what turned out to be 12,500 a night, 12,000 to maybe 15,000 a night is turning into like 25 to 30,000 a night. Because Wipeout is so freaking big, such a big song.
In the 80s, you living like a king.
Yeah, I mean, rap is still relatively new at this point.
Yeah, it's uncharted waters.
Yeah.
How was Hollywood? Because you Disorderlies,
right?
You did Crush Groove, Disorderlies, and then you guys did another movie, right?
We did a movie called Knights of the City. That was our first movie. Our movie. Yeah.
Yo, listen. All right, go ahead.
That was Curtis Blow got us in that movie. We did like a little small cameo, and we were singing in jail, and he was doing "If I Ruled the World" before he even did it for
Crush Groove. Gotcha.
And so he got us in that movie, and we did a little quick cameo. Matter of fact, we were down there because we had shot an episode of the Miami Vice TV show. So while we were down there, we got a little part in the movie.
That's crazy.
So you're on the set of Miami Vice doing the cameo, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, you all right? So they're like, yo, you here? Yo, what is the feeling knowing hip hop is young? Hip hop is like 10, 11, 12, 13 at the time. And it's like, you guys are doing everything that wasn't thought about could be done in hip hop. Like you guys are knocking down doors.
Yeah, I mean, everything that came before us was like the stratosphere. So Run DMC, FatBoys, Houdini were the first tier. Everybody thought we were the second tier. We was really the first tier.
Yeah.
The originators, the pioneers were Curtis Blow, DJ Hollywood, Flash and the Furious 5, Treacherous 3, Fantastic Romantic, Cold Crush 4, Shaw Rock, and the Funky 4+1. So these are the originators. These are the pioneers. We're the first tier. LL is sitting on the first, second tier. After that,
he's teetering right there. Yeah.
After that, you had LL and Beastie Boys and KRS-One, Public Enemy. So after that, it started to explode. But at the time, we're just sitting on this whole threshold of money being put into the culture. So now money is being backed because Run DMC is huge, FatBoys are huge, Houdini is huge. So now money is being poured into the record companies to add more acts. You know what I mean? So this is the emergence of LL, who's like the second rap solo superstar. So where Curtis Blow left off at, LL took it to a whole nother level.
But he piggybacked off you guys. Like, yo, dude, it's not hard. I mean, and I tell people this shit all the time. It's not hard to be successful if you're around successful people. So now, like, look, like, dude, like he was what, 16 when you guys were on your second movie with other guest appearances everywhere, and when he came, even his presence in Crush Groove was like, this is what we should expect. And now you go 40 years down the line, and you see, like, it shouldn't. That's why I asked you, like, are you surprised or did you see it then? Like, did you see it? Because you saw LL from the beginning.
Am I surprised by LL or surprised by the music?
I'm surprised. I'm talking about LL. Like,
no, I'm not surprised because he was LL is really an extension of Run DMC. So yeah, he just LL was arrogant. Run was arrogant, so they pretty much
absolutely.
Yo, I met in Long Island playing basketball, and I swear to you, I kid you not, every time he shot the ball, he put his hand up and threw a kiss. And when I'm talking about every time, it was every time. It got so bad, I'm like, I don't want to play no more. I don't care if that's I don't care who that is. Like, nah, like it was crazy.
One thing I liked about LL is that nobody, no matter who came out as a rapper, as a soloist, he always thought he was better than them. Like, and he held that like that crown. Like, if it's Rakim, if it's KRS-One, if it's Cool G Rap, he didn't. Big Daddy Kane, he didn't care. It's like, I'm still LL. I'm still the king of this shit. So
yo, that's dope. And especially because that's how Run was. Run was an arrogant.
Oh man, Run was.
No. Listen, a lot of people, they know Rev Run,
right?
But Run,
yeah.
Nah, he's a different. And you know what's crazy is that
Run will let you know. He will let you know. He told us many times, y'all can't fuck with me. Y'all can't fuck with me. Like, okay.
On no level, right?
Yeah, on no level, y'all can fuck with us. Like, okay, whatever.
Oh shit.
So I was having an argument with somebody the other day. Rest in peace, Prince Markie Dee. I was telling him that he used to write for Mary J. Can you confirm or deny that here live tonight on the RecBoys? I be telling him, go look at the credits. Like, this shit ain't no what you call it, but can you confirm or deny that he had some type of writing?
I think him and Corey Rooney, they wrote Real Love. And I really never looked at the credits of Mary J. Blige, but I'm not surprised if he did. You know what I mean?
Yo, like, he was like one of, I'm not gonna say one of the first, but he was a true MC at his best. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Like how he demanded that attention and took the mic, and it was crazy because you the same way, but for me it was different with you. Like, I knew you had bars, but I knew you were gonna make us laugh. Like, you were witty with it as well. Does that make sense? Like he was like, it was gut punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. To be honest with you, a lot of people didn't even know that all three of us were from Brooklyn. They always thought I was from Brooklyn, and the other two were from the Bronx or Queens or somewhere.
That's what I thought.
Yes, they would always be like, "Yo, you from Brooklyn?" Like, yeah, where they from? They're from the same area. We all grew up on the same block. So a lot of the stuff that me and Mark were doing as far as rehearsals was two different kind of MCs. I was more into just straight up rapping. Mark was more into the punchlines and all that kind of stuff like that. Like, you know, so it was kind of like comparing Sheik Luch to Jadakiss. You know, Sheik is straight to the punchline. He ain't got time for that beat around the bush shit. Yeah. And Jadakiss is more like, you know, punch. So that's how we were in a whole different kind of rap realm, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we was just two completely different kind of MCs, but we meshed together because we practiced so much, you know what I mean?
All right, so check it out, right? Like you guys were, I don't want to say, like we had Houdini, and we had a few others,
Right.
but no, you guys were a different 3-man group. And when I say that, it seems like you guys are the ones who made it cool to have a solid three. No, solid
Right.
3-man group and fun. Like yo, to know now that you guys are from Brooklyn, I knew you were from Brooklyn. You just rap different. Like you rap like one of them niggas from Brooklyn. No, for the beginning. And you know, but they were more cheerful and fun with it. And it was like, damn, like now that I'm sitting back thinking about it, it's like, all right, it was Run DMC, you guys, and now we have so many spawns from the Locks, and then Locks started forming like if you look at the Locks and you go check the Migos will tell you they listen to the Locks. It's as different as they rhyme. Right. It was like, yo, it's us three. So they catered to 3-man groups. Right. It's weird. Right. You get what I'm saying? And just to have you on the show and to see the lineage, how it really breaks down, because a lot of today's MCs, a lot of today's fans, as great as you guys are and were, you're lost in the shuffle because you were so close to Run DMC. Right. And right before LL. Like a lot of people look at, and even the Beastie Boys, the Beastie Boys go through this shit. It goes like Run DMC, LL, I'm back. And then it's like, wait a minute, there's a whole run of guys.
Well, you got EPMD, you got you got a lot. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Run DMC is that they cast a shadow over hip hop because of they brought a whole new dynamic of fashion to the culture. Not to mention the stripped down beats that they was rapping over. Before that, you had a lot of rap groups rapping over instrumentals in the studio. Somebody was playing the music. Somebody was actually playing. So you had Flash and the Furious 5 when they did songs. 98% of their songs was bands being played in the studio. Gotcha. Same with Treacherous 3. So when Run DMC came out with Sucker MCs, you had the boom, bap, 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 bap. It's different. They took it back to the streets and the park jams. And that's what made Run DMC stand out. Then they came out, you gotta remember that Flash and the Furious 5 was dressing like, and this is no disrespect to Flash and the Furious 5, but a lot of their clothing came because their outfits came because they were on tour with groups like Funkadelic, Parliament Funkadelic, and Rick James. So they had to dress like the audience they were in front of.
I heard that before. Somebody said that before. I heard that.
And so they had the spikes and the leather and all that stuff, and the boots and all that stuff. So when Run DMC came out with the leather pants and the Adidas with no laces in them and dressed like they were from the streets, every street kid could relate to them more if they can relate to a Flash and the Furious 5, because let's face it, nobody's gonna walk down the block like that. Nobody's gonna walk down the block.
You're gonna get robbed, especially back then. Like they're gonna. No, I mean they gonna think you own one.
You just doing a gang crazy, you know?
Yeah, you just made me catch the flashback.
Nah, I mean, yo, listen, like no, but that's that. And even with that, it was like even with what you guys did, with the floor suits, and all right, hold on, let me get to it.
And the jewelry, you know, these guys wasn't wearing jewelry like that before us, before Run DMC, before LL, and then the jewelry explosion just started after FatBoys and Run DMC was wearing the big gold chains and all that stuff, and LL wearing the big gold chains. The jewelry explosion started in 85, 86. And here it is, 2023. The jewelry is still part of the ensemble, you know.
Yeah. No. Okay, now
they
check
call
it
it
out,
part of the rapper's starter kit.
Yes, exactly. The rapper's starter kit. Exactly. So the name FatBoys, did it happen like in the movie Crush Groove?
No. The name FatBoys, we were Disco 3 at first.
I know.
Disco 3, and what happened was the FatBoys single. It was FatBoys, and the B-side was "Put Up Stick 'Em." And what happened was the song became a huge freaking hit. So one night we were doing a show, I think it was in Delaware somewhere, and we looked in the marquee and it said Human Beatbox featuring FatBoys. No, it said Disco 3 featuring Human Beatbox featuring FatBoys. I'm like, well, that's 3 damn different groups. There's only one of us. Mm-hmm. So our manager didn't want the radio station to get mixed up. Like, there's a group called Disco 3, but there's another group called FatBoys. So he's like, we got to change the name to FatBoys because he couldn't market the name Disco 3. By this time, Disco was gone anyway. And so we just had a big name change party at a place called Roseland Ballroom in Manhattan. And yeah, that's how we changed the name from Disco 3 to FatBoys.
If you come to think about it, you guys were like almost like the first marketing gimmicks, because they gimmick that was your gimmick, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's what Chuck D told me. They were doing a celebrity baseball game or something like that, and I had a talk with Chuck D. I just came out there to see what these guys were, the baseball game or whatever they were doing. And he told me the whole marketing thing started with us just having this campaign, and everywhere he looked, it was FatBoys this, FatBoys that. And, it was to the point where I always tell this story that we met Michael Jackson at the 88 Grammys. And he even told us the same thing, that, the marketing scheme that you guys got that has you guys everywhere on TV. Every time I turn on my TV, you guys are there. So, it's a good marketing strategy.
No, that was the first ones to cross over. A lot of they probably
It was DMC, and that's why I asked them, because I was lost in that too. That Walk This Way, it was dumb, and then the label forced them to do the Wipeout joint, and that's what crossed them, and that's why I asked that question, if he liked it or not, because I don't know if you realize like the impact that shit had on making. Like, think about it. We wasn't on MTV before. Like, it was just DMC and y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the goal, to be able to turn on MTV and see somebody like us, or know somebody from one of our neighborhoods that they joint was playing. Like, that was big. Everybody talk about Rap City and all this shit. Y'all crossed that line. Like, looking back now, how does it feel to know, like, y'all open a lot of these doors that these guys are walking through now?
Here's the thing, though. It's like the record company's they're gonna put money behind your project, but for so long.
Right.
They need something to push you over the edge, to say, hey, we need this audience, but this particular audience. So the MTV audience is Main Street. The BET audience is pretty much domestic, in the streets. Our management felt that we already conquered the BET audience. And I'm pretty sure Russell already thought that Run DMC already conquered the streets. Let's do this Walk This Way project, and this will put you in a whole nother stratosphere. What we did and what Run DMC did is just brought the masses together, and hip hop just started to explode, because now you're taking 2 iconic groups, which is the Beach Boys and Aerosmith. And you're doing a rap song that nobody really still don't know too much about rap. So now Run DMC is worldwide after Walk This Way. FatBoys is damn near worldwide after the Wipeout song. So now everybody knows what rap is now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's starting to know what rap is.
It's beginning to explode, because now y'all on these major like, I remember, like, even radio, like, yo, you had to have the tape, or knew somebody who had the tape, or you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't accessible as it is now. You know what I mean? And that was the footwork of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you said the footwork, because there's an artist on Certified Nation right now called City the Great. And I'm always telling him this: the internet is cool. Internet is definitely cool, but it's that footwork. You still got to put that footwork in. You still got to shake them hands and, be a politician and kiss the babies, all kind of stuff like that. You still got to meet people one-on-one, because that's what gets the record sales. That's what gets the popularity. People love the internet. The internet is cool. It's a gift and a curse, but you still got to do it the old-fashioned way. Sometimes you gotta just get in the car and just travel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people realize on this internet you can be whatever you want. You know what I mean? And people are
well,
starting.
You can hide. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
hide, and you could be the best rapper in the whole planet, and sell yourself on that. But then in the real world, you have to prove it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and you got to perceive what you, and like me and Shad have this argument all the time about like the state of the industry, how these kids are all, you know, talking about to shoot them up, bang them up, shit, and then getting locked up. And I'm like, yo, listen, like that's what they really live, and it's crazy that they talking on it the way they are and implicating themselves, but they outside with it. And a lot of these guys, like, think about it, that a lot of these young kids, and rest in peace to all of them, they really fucking talented, and they outside. So they're blowing up while they're outside. And then you got this kid who's sitting in Colorado somewhere who never looked outside his window, but he's having the same dreams as this kid, and then wonders why, why did he blow up? He blew up because he was outside. He fucked up because he was making bad choices. Rest in peace, and something happened. But he had the signs to know, yo, listen, I can't sit here all day and be like this. I got to go out here and make it work. Like I tell people all the time, I don't know if you remember, you ever heard of Wise McGriff? He was part of Def Jam, part of like street team and shit. So back in the days, we used to run down to Manhattan, go through there and hand out flyers and be like, yo, make sure you go check out Locust Street Entertainment, and just put a flyer on their car and just put it everywhere. So we used to run to all the labels in Manhattan, go crazy. One day we in a show in Manhattan, and he comes in, and our artists go perform. Now I'm talking like this, like early 2000s, 98, somewhere around there. Our artists go perform, and yo, Locust Street Entertainment. He comes up to us, he's like, y'all Locust? And we like, yeah. We thinking like something wrong. He like, oh, y'all motherfuckers have been leaving flyers on my door and on my car for 2 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? But us by doing that, pounding the street, make sure when they came in and out the building, we was going crazy. He knew us. Right. You know what I mean? It's different than sending somebody an email.
Yeah, I think up until like 2000, I would say 2015, 2016, the street team thing was like a thing of the past. Everybody was promoting everything on the internet, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with promoting on the internet, but like I said, people still want to get that one-on-one with you, because you know you can get somebody that say some reckless stuff to you on the internet about your music, because they want to, you know, they can do that because you're never going to run into them. But they're never going to come out to your face and say, yo, your music is trash. You're trash, and I hate you. They're not going to do that. You know, they're going to ask for a picture before they even do that. You know, but
I got a guest question. Right, Chris put it out there. Somebody asked a question, and they want to know: have you ever seen Buffy, rest in peace, lose a beatbox battle?
Never.
Gabe over at Finally TV. He had shot that out. Never.
He answered that before you even said it. You said, "Have you ever seen Buffalo?" No, never.
I mean, what Buff was as the more popular Buff had got, there were cats coming at him, especially from the West Coast. They were coming at, and they was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
West Coast?
And, West Coast has some pretty good beatboxers, and you had Wise. You had Wise from Stetson Sonic, who was no joke.
Okay.
You know, of course, you got Dougie Fresh. You got Rozelle. Who's a monster with it. You got Kenny Muhammad. He's a monster with it. I mean, you got some cats around the world who are dope. But I'm gonna say this, not because I know him, not because we were like one of my closest friends in the world. There was nobody that can F with Bob. I'm serious. There was nobody that can mess with that dude. You know.
Let me ask you this. I heard a rumor. Did him and Dougie Fresh have beef and they were gonna fight in the club?
No, actually, me and Mark was gonna fight Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh wanted to fight me and Mark. That's what happened.
Why though? What happened?
We did an interview, I think, for Right On Magazine. I think it was. And,
I like Right On. Shout out to Right On Magazine. They're probably no longer.
Yeah, Cynthia Horner. Yeah.
Yeah, but we grew up on Right On. But go ahead.
Yeah. And they asked us about Dougie Fresh, because Dougie Fresh was getting hot at this time. He had Lottie Dottie, he had the show, and him and Slick Rick was like hotter than fish grease. And they asked us, it was just friendly. We was just joking around. Same way I joked around with Mike Tyson when he ran up on me at the Garden. He took.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next. You're not gonna slip nothing in here about R.I.P. I'm not gonna ask you again. Oh man, on one tonight. I told you the pizza guy got me on one, and then you go. All right, don't even worry about it.
And they asked us about Dougie Fresh, and Mark said, "Yo, you mean Dougie Stale?"
Oh,
shit.
So we're in the Fever, the legendary Disco Fever, and we're about to go back out on tour, the second Fresh Festival. So we're doing this whole showcase with us, Run DMC, Houdini, Dougie Fresh. I think Flash and the Furious Five were performing that night, and the place is packed. The place is like jam packed. You couldn't. I mean, fair enough, the Fever only holds about 270 people. It had to be at least about a good 3,000 people in, and like another 2,000 trying to get in. And so it's overpacked. And so Dougie Fresh comes up to me and Mark. No, he comes up to me and Buff at first. Me and Buff is just standing there talking, and he goes, "Which one of you motherfuckers called me Dougie Stale?"
Oh shit, Dougie was on it like that.
He was on it like that. And mind you, we're in the Bronx. We didn't bring a lot of Brooklyn cats with us.
Yeah, yeah. So that's probably why he was all up in there. Yeah, that real talk. Okay.
And he had a team with him. So we're like, nobody called you that, but we knew you got to look at your surroundings before you start popping crap. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
You know, and one thing about Brooklyn cats, we could be on another planet. We'll still yell at Brooklyn shit.
Yeah, quick.
And so we're like, nah, we didn't say that. We're looking at, all these cats you got with him. So then Mark came over, and I think Mark was kind of drunk that night, and he said, "Yo, you bitch ass motherfucker!" I said it. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding.
Oh shit.
So he said, "Yo, I'll battle you," and Slick Rick didn't say nothing. Slick Rick was like just standing. He didn't say shit. And he said, "Yo, I battle you and you right now. I'll bust your mother." I mean, he was serious. So that's when Sal Abatello, who owned the Disco Fever, he came over. He seen the commotion because it was about to go down. I mean, we would have got the beat down of our lives. We had nobody with us. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn wasn't in the house that night.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he had some big monsters with him, and so he came over and he sued things over. And we never spoke after that. We did a couple of shows with Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. One of the legendary shows we did was in Texas at this arena, and we were going on last. It was this big, one of those radio shows like Kiss. What's that station? Hot 97 Summer Jam kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
We did one of those kind of shows, like all these different actors on there. We were going on last, and so to amp Buff up, we said that, yo, Doug. Me and Mark went into the dressing room and we said, "Yo, Doug is about to go out there, man." And he's like, and I could have sworn I heard him say, "Yo, fuck Buff, I'm the best out here." Just amp him up, just to mess with his head.
Yeah.
And Buff went out there, man, and he blew a couple of speakers that night because once Buff mic is right and the sound is right, he would just go off. And the sound guy after the show said, "Yo, he blew like 2 speakers." He said, "I never seen no shit like that before,"
That's
crazy. That's how amped up he was about. So it's like that's the only time they really had that little face to face was that night.
That's great. So who was first though? Before we get to On the Rec, you know what I mean? And then it's a Brooklyn on Brooklyn crime at that point. It's me against you and On the Rec. But before we get to that, who was first? Was it Dougie or Buff?
I'll always say this to the day I leave this earth. Doug is from Harlem. Buff is from Brooklyn. We didn't know Doug. We didn't know Doug. Doug didn't know us. So I'm always going to say Buff because I never heard of Doug until like maybe 83, 84. That's when I started hearing about Dougie Fresh. He was the first to do it on film because he did the whole Beat Street thing.
Beat Street, yeah.
Right.
But
all right.
That's the extent of it.
Okay. All right. So now we on to On the Rec. Like I said, it's Brooklyn crime. What part of Brooklyn are you from?
East New York.
East is in the building. Stand up.
Yeah. So East New York against Bed-Stuy.
I stay out of Brownsville. I fuck with Bed-Stuy. East Brownsville. Nah, I don't fuck with y'all niggas over there. Shout out to Bernadette Price. We had her on the show a couple weeks ago, and Brownsville stand up, Sean Price. But this is On the Rec. Brooklyn versus Brooklyn. First question is, let's get into it. What's the name of Joey Badass character in Power 3? Since Kool Rock-Ski is such a famous rapper actor, we're gonna do rapper actor questions tonight. So we got A, Marvin, B, Unique, C, Lou, or D, Famous. Do you guys watch Power?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched maybe since Power been on TV. I watched maybe 1 minute of it, and that's because I never even watched Power. I watched Snowfall. I watched the hell out of that.
Okay. Well, see that says a lot about you right there. No, who says now I watched Snowfall.
All right, so I'm going B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B too. Unique, you know, it just sounds like some Brooklyn shit.
Nice. Actually, the correct answer is B, Unique. Shout out to Joey Badass. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Watching Power got me feeling a different type of way about Queens. Because Queens get the money.
Right.
But all my people are actually from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm from upstate, but everybody that I love and near and dear to me is from Brooklyn. Yeah. So I always.
So I'm gonna let the cat out. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag.
That type of thing.
and him being from Brooklyn too. He'll tell you. In these days, you had to go if you was a part of certain things. You had to go other places to bring it back.
Right.
Home, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get a shot.
All right. Next question is, what was the name of Tretch's character in Jason's lyrics? Good one. I know. Was it A, Leroy, B, Mad Dog, C, Rat, or D, Alonzo?
Alonzo, yeah. Alonzo.
He said that with confidence, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember I think it was Eddie Griffin was in the movie. And,
absolutely.
And the Bokeem Woodbine character, he said, he shot such and such, he shot Lonzo.
I'm going with the homie. It's D. I'm going.
All right, Ron Dixon is the only one who picked B. Ron, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. And the two gentlemen from Brooklyn are right. It is really D. Alonzo. Okay, next question is, let's get into it. What's the name of Dr. Dre's character in Set It Off? A, Luther, B, Darnell, C, Black Sam, or D, Lorenz?
Set It Off. That's 96. So
yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna answer before you. Then you could. I think it's C though.
C, Black Sam. That's what you're going with.
I think I could be wrong. Ski, don't follow me.
Sure,
I'm gonna go with Luther.
That's what Fu said.
Definitely wasn't Luther because Luther was the boss, right? Like,
right, Luther was the boss. Yeah. I'm gonna go with D, which is Lorenz.
All right. Okay. Do we got any more answers? We got B, Darnell. Frank is probably drinking right now, so I wouldn't listen to Frank. We got Kinder Music Management says C. Sam, you said B, Darnell? All right, the correct answer is C, Black Sam.
Black Sam, really? I didn't know that.
Yo, remember Black Sam was like, yo, what y'all trying to rob, a stagecoach?
Right.
All right, next question.
I mean, Black Sam, to be honest, sound like something from Bed-Stuy or Brownsville.
No, it does, right? But, Dr. Dre, he's one of those guys. Next question is, what's the name of Ludacris' character in the Fast and Furious? Was it Taj Parker, B, Roman Pierce, C, Luke Hobbs, or D, Sean Boswell?
Oh, I don't know the character's name, and I like the movies, the franchise movies. There's a lot of chasing going on, but I have no idea.
Cool. How you gonna like the movie and you don't even know the character? You don't even know which guy you like.
But it's non-stop action, so I don't
got you.
I do know that Tyrese character, he yells a lot. He's always come on, that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going B.
You going B?
I'm gonna go B as well.
Yeah, Sam Buggins. He said it's Hobbs. It's not definitely Hobbs. Is
Hobbs is
what's the rest of his name?
Yeah, UK.
Well, listen.
Is that Hobbs or is that the big
no?
The Rock?
Ain't Hobbs the Rock? Yeah, I think Hobbs is the Rock. I could be, but I know this was. I think this was B. I'm pretty sure this is B.
The correct answer is A. Both of y'all niggas is wrong.
Wow, we both of us wrong.
Yeah, go back to it. You can Google me.
Nah, I'm not Googling you. You're not putting
All
me
right,
full screen.
all right. Yo,
Nah,
listen,
that's
I'm
not
just
happening.
saying, yo, listen. Yo, we got one of the pioneer hip hop actors in the building, so we gotta spread love. But you know what the last one is. Let's focus
man,
up.
you're gonna give the cheat code. He's gonna give you the cheat
No,
code.
I ain't
right
gonna
now.
give you
I'm
the
telling
cheat
It's gonna
code.
be a question
Yo,
about
listen,
you or something.
Listen,
Or the
it's
FatBoys.
Big Willie. It's Big Willie.
All right, go ahead.
What's the name of Will Smith's character in I Am Legend?
Oh shit, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that
I
either.
have no idea.
Come on, how y'all don't know about?
I'm
Big
gonna
Willie?
say Steve D.
Said D. Steve. Yo, listen, that's Big Willie. Will slap a nigga for talking about his wife. Big Will.
Yeah.
You know, everybody want to say Mike because of the bad boy shit, but I don't think it's Mike. I definitely Ski. I don't think it's Steve. Oh,
Sean said B. Robert. Frank said C. Mike.
definitely not C. Frank.
Francisco says B.
Yeah. Jim Flatline Diaz says B.
What's the score, Shot?
Meant
What's
to
the
say
score?
C. It's 2 up. Y'all got 2 right. And missed 2. So let's get into
I'm
it.
gonna go with D just to
Just to throw him off the set.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna go with B.
And the correct answer is
And Bed-Stuy wins tonight.
B. Bed-Stuy wins tonight. This is the first time this nigga's ever won. Kool Rock.
It's B. It's Robert.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that movie like once. Is that the one he's the only guy left on the
Look,
planet?
this nigga, yo, Fools, put down the beer, homie. He gave the full government. Fools gave the full government. Fools, you need to chime in right now. I don't know if Chris can see you the link because the people need to see you, my nigga. You gave out the full government. He's a movie buff. I bet you he Googled it. But yeah, Kool Rock, you lost. That stinks.
Nah, Brooklyn won either way, so it's good.
Yeah, Brooklyn won.
Yeah, either way. Yo, listen. Nah, Brooklyn definitely was in the building. I'm definitely shocked that all 3 of the Disco 3 were from Brooklyn. I'm so fucking proud of that. You know, like that's probably the highlight of the interview.
Yeah.
But we do got some videos. We got a video with you and Cocaine, right?
Yeah, we did a song in last year, I think it was. It's crazy how time flies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 2021. We're in 2023, so I think we did that song like going on 2 years now. Cocaine, the legendary Cocaine, he reached out and he said, "Yo, I got a track if you're interested in it." And I heard the track, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope." So went in the studio, dropped a quick 16, and we shot he came out from West Coast to Brooklyn. We did the video in East New York, Brooklyn, at our own old junior high school, 166 Gershwin, and and we called it he called it Hush, and I can't find one person who don't like that song, which is crazy because I can go on YouTube right now, and we can have like 1 million hits, 2 million hits on one of our songs, and get like about 5,000 likes, and you're gonna get some thumbs down, 2,000 thumbs down. But with this particular song, it's like I don't see any kind of thumbs down on it. So shout out to Cocaine. Yeah, and that's the first time I did a song with somebody in a long time because I wasn't really into that rap stuff like that. I mean, I'm no disrespect to say it like that, but I wasn't really into it like that anymore. And I did a song with my man City the Great called Realigned as well. And
we had City on the show.
Yeah, City is stupendously sick with the lyrics. So
he's a problem.
Yeah, he's a problem.
My thing is, I think he goes over a lot of people's heads, and it's sad to say this because I never say this shit. It's almost like he got to turn it down a little bit so he can get their attention.
Yeah, he got to bring it down.
And then bring him to him once they understand him. Because like first couple times I heard him, I'm like, and then I'm listening to him over and over. I'm like, damn, he's saying some shit, and it's probably going over people's head because I had to listen to it twice to really catch on to it. And I'm like, people ain't gonna do that.
Right.
Everything's moving so quick right now. Like
he reminds me a lot of Loaded Lux. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He battle
Yes,
rap.
Absolutely.
yes.
And Lux goes over people's heads. But I think with City is that he can do that. He can be in a lyricist lounge, and he could also be on stage with a little Uzi Vert. So he can transform his lyrics to be in a whole nother stratosphere, which only the backpack rappers can understand them, or he could just dumb it down and just make the casual rap fans understand them. And that's
Yeah,
hard to
'cause
do for an artist, you know.
right, I seen a video of him performing at one of the events in Brooklyn, and it was
Right.
crazy because listening, you know, I never got to meet him. You know what I mean? We did the interview like this, and then follow his music, so you only get to see the internet side of it. But when you seen him perform,
Right.
the energy was totally different than when we got on the show, and then what I seen on his Instagram and all that. Like it was crazy because it looked like he transformed into something else while he was doing his thing.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope. He's Brooklyn too. He's from East New York, so
Okay.
you know he got the backing of myself. I don't mind talking about him because I want to see like first of all I like to see cats make it, man, especially if they've been doing it for a while and their time is coming. You just want to see them make it. Second of all, you just want to see some real rap come back. You know what I mean? And that's no slight to the cats who's doing their thing. You know, everybody should be able to follow their dream. But at some point, we got to get back to some real lyrics in hip hop and some fun in hip hop, some positive messages, some conscious messages. We can't have everything can't be Draco, Draco, Draco and everything.
Right.
Song, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah. No. I get it.
And hold on, Special Ed is a part of that too, right? The pushing.
well, he's special as artist. He's special as artist.
Right.
Managed by Samantha Lavelle from Certified Nation Entertainment and the podcast she has every Thursday, which is
Get activated.
Get activated.
Let's get activated. Shout out to Sam. Sam is in the building doing her her publicist thing. Shout out to Kanitha Corley, aka Bunky, Tea Time with Bunky. She also is on Thursday at the same time as Samantha.
Oh yeah, you gotta shout out the station. Get to it, man. Put in that with her. Shout out to stations real fast, man.
All right, real quick, we're gonna shout out Culture Shock Radio up in Canada, right? Right. Then we got the Tattoo Spot up in Ohio. Shout out to them. Then we got Cuzzo FM, Germany, right? Then we got Waptar Music in Guadalupe. Yeah, we doing it big worldwide. What else we got?
That's the first time you got it motherfucking right. My bad.
Don't tell me.
That's the first time he got it right.
Yo, listen, look at me. I am the captain now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Poppy Blaze. We all Saturday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tune in app. You know, we the guys over there. Look at me.
Right.
Look at me. Look at me. We the guys over there. So make sure you guys tune in over there. Listen, before we get into all of this, because we gotta lock you in. I got 100 more questions. I gotta lock you in. No, real quick. I gotta lock you in for some other shit because we get a lot of guests, and shout out to everybody we get on the show. We love all our guests. There's not a lot that have this much time in the game with that much success. And I think you have so much to give to the younger generation. And we can't, like, they look at me and Chris and they're like, yeah, they got matching shirts. They got to show this years. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they ran the studio. They had a couple artists. But to bring on the big homie and for you to just reiterate and sit down with us, it's super dope. Like I don't think you understand how far this is gonna go. And it's not about the bread or the spins. It's about the people that's tuning in that can actually learn.
Yeah, I think with guys like yourself and podcasts like Let's Get Activated, I think what you guys are doing is just you bringing the audience and the listeners some real in-depth hip hop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. First of all, there's really no. I mean, you look at a lot of these podcasts, and I was talking about this with City the Great one day, because different platforms he's going to have to go on soon, and you look at a lot of these podcasts, and a lot of these guys are just talking reckless, and they just want drama. if you go on YouTube right now, you see a lot of these older cats, 50, pushing 50 or 50 years old. They are in, yo, let's meet up, let's fight, let's this, let's that. It's like, dude, you have come into this culture and just made it out of something like a bunch of gossip bullshit, a bunch of nonsense that we don't need. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube is putting the money behind this shit. This is why they're doing it. So a lot of these, I'm not going to say the names, but a lot of these guys are just, put it like this, they're doing nothing for the youth as far as they should be setting an example. Instead, it's all about this pull up. When I see you, it's going to be this. You punk MF, use a snitch, and you know.
Or like clickbait shit. That clickbait shit.
Yeah, we don't need that in our culture. We got enough of people. We got Biggie Smalls, you got Tupac, you got a lot of different rappers who have passed away over violence. So
Jam Master Jay.
So the last thing we need is just to keep this whole thing going with the violence. So with guys like yourself, like I said, with the RecBoys and podiums like Let's Get Activated and other ones who are out there doing positive stuff and staying away from all the drama and all the, I heard you have beef with this person and beef with that person. It's a breath of fresh air because we need more of this and less of that. You understand what I'm saying? So, so it's cool if I could do interviews talking about hip hop from back in the day and to now. You know what I mean? But paying homage to the people that came way before even us.
Right.
There would be
that's what we need. We need you to go in depth to because we need, like, I'm at that age group and a lot of our fans are at the age group to where you guys were our founding fathers.
Right.
But there was other people that influenced you and we don't get that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when you start going through Chirac and going through all of these, like, we touch,
right?
But you seen them, like it. You were there at the park where you like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna pick up a pen and I'm gonna start doing this. And then to take it to where you, like, dude, you perform for, like, dude, you're from Brooklyn. You were over in Africa with the biggest stars in the world, or for writing some stuff that happens in your neighborhood, freeing a world icon. Like, that's like, if you don't understand how much I love that, you get what I'm saying? Like, yo, dude, like this, that was our first meal together.
The culture loves it, and this is the sad part. We don't know how to show it. That's the most fucked up part, right? Like, we come from this culture to it, like, it's us against each other
all the time. Yeah,
like, we'll take the spoon as you trying to eat right out your Chanel as mine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we can't say, yo, you know what, you did a motherfucking hell of a job,
right?
Because of what some of what you did is letting other people feed their kids today by their parents and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's like the cats who I mentioned earlier, who inspired cats like us and Run DMC and LL Cool J and a whole range of others. We inspired the ones who came after us. And then you have this whole thing in New York at one point where everybody was just, as soon as somebody climbed out a barrel, another crab would just pull them down. And New York was beefing with one another, and to the point where every time somebody got hot, here comes another rapper saying, yo, I got beef with that brother. And you slow down his momentum with that. So you see a person like CD the Great who has a dope song coming out, which is New York Sound Like This. It's kind of, and I always would tell anybody, don't try to bring New York back. Just do what you do. Don't ever say I'm bringing New York back. Because as soon as you say that, you're going to lose your focus.
Right.
Say, just do it. Just go in head first and just fucking do it. Don't ever say I'm bringing real hip hop back. Don't ever say I'm bringing this back, this element back. Just fucking do it. Because once you do it, people don't follow it. You know what I'm saying? It only takes one DJ to play a song, and everybody will catch on to it.
Yeah, people forget it's more followers than leaders. People forget it's more followers than leaders in this world. If you could lead, give somebody something to believe in, they're gonna follow that shit to the end of the world.
Right. Exactly.
All right, well, we're not gonna play no more games. We're gonna jump into the video. I know my manager is pressing me for time. He's probably blowing up my phone over here on the low. You know, I don't know, but we're gonna get into it. Cocaine featuring Kool Rock-Ski. Let us know on the Rec or Rec. All right, let's get into it.
RecBoys.
Ain't nothing wrong with different styles of music, but this is real hip hop. Man, tell this little kid, man.
Hey man, hip hop is freedom of expression, but you got to keep it in perspective. What we're gonna do right now is show you how we do our brand of hip hop.
Man, you ready to learn? Come on, nephew. Let me show you some real hip hop.
We got Kool Rock-Ski in the place to be, and cocaine put a stain on your brain. We gonna take it back to the future with this shit. This is real hip hop. Let the 6-4 drop. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip hop, so fuck what you heard. All this scratching is making me itch. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip hop, so fuck what you heard. To all the real B-boys, just kick that shit. I rock with Kool Rock-Ski, I'm not for cool in the gang. In California, we bang it, we be serving them thang. From the left of the coast, we be doing the most. Champagne for breakfast, so let's take a toast. To New York City, where hip-hop was created. We took it back to Cali, and radio played it. Hitting them switches, keeping it gangster. Dipping through the city, knocking fat boy bangers. Back in the 80s, when it was real in the field, I had a fresh Seville, and I was dressed to kill. Went to the party, the homies is bucket. Some niggas is faded, some niggas is thugging. Grab a fire, little mama, get your two-step on. The break dance and pop lock to your favorite song. Man, I miss those days like Rick the Ruler. Take it back to the past and bring it back to the future. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip-hop, so fuck what you heard. All this scratching is making me itch. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip-hop, so fuck what you heard. To all the real B-boys, just kick that shit. True. To see how hip-hop changed, the game became strange and just ain't the same. We used to have fun at the hip-hop jams. Grab the microphone and watch the boy go ham. I got my old school feelers, fresh in my Adidas. I'm a real B-boy rocking that big drum beat. A microphone massacre, I'm ready for battle. Part the Red Sea and move the crowd like cattle. Get your elbows
now
off the
launch
table.
the stream on App.ob.
Shout out
You
to
can
the
find a link to it in the video description.
All you new booty
Follow the
MCs
link
better
and
do
download
your
the app
homework.
as per
How
the
you love
operating system.
hip-hop and don't know
You are also going to need OBS Studio. A link to that is also launch the stream on App and OBS on the computer.
To name just a few names, I rock with Kool Rock-Ski, and I'm cool in the game. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip-hop, so fuck what you heard. All this scratching is making me itch. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip-hop, so fuck what you heard. To all the real B-boys, just kick that shit.
I stay fresh, dressed like $1 million. I walked around New York with my jewelry untucked. You out of your mind if you ever try to stick 'em. Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em. That's Kool Rock, original FatBoys. Stop playing. And I'm back with the West Coast OG cocaine, the real hip hop. From day to dark, when Kool Herc started this in the parks. Africa, Bambaataa at the Roxy, y'all. Salute to the $1 Grand Wizard Theodore. Poppers and lockers, let me see what you got. It's the boy Cocaine and my name's Kool Rock. Yeah, east to the west, of course we're fresh. Oh, you thought that we were rotten? Huh, I beg your pardon, too old to be rapping. That's truly absurd. This is real hip hop, so fuck what you heard.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip hop, so fuck what you heard. All this scratching is making me itch. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. This is real hip hop, so fuck what you heard. To all the real B-boys, just kick that shit.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Listen. Everybody couldn't see us, but we were all bopping. And to see you bopping from beginning to end, I had to listen, the video shoot had to be fun. I felt the energy through the music.
It felt organic. It felt real.
Yeah, like
Well,
it felt.
you know why? Because that particular day was May 29th when we shot that video, and it was the day after Memorial Day. So it was cold. It was cold as shit that day. It had to be like maybe 30 degrees, which is unusual for a May, the end of May, because you're coming into the summer.
Yeah.
And it was pouring rain. So by the time we got out there, we went to the park, to Gershwin Park, and it stopped raining. It was pouring. It just stopped raining.
Nice.
We shot the video in the park. As soon as we ended, it started pouring down again. So it was like
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Listen, Chris, cool. I don't know if you understand, but Chris is my manager. So I need my manager to talk to Sam.
He was the one that was calling you?
Right. I sent him a text to let him know, listen, we need to get Kool Rock back on the show ASAP.
Right.
ASAP, because we have Chris is gonna beef with me because we way over time, but I'm such a fan, and we didn't even tap in. Like I got so many freaking questions, and shout out to Bunky because she's already locked in. She's already advocating. Yo, Bunky, I need you to hit Sam and I need you to hit Chris for me. No, because I just don't do it alone. A lot of people think that I do it, but it's not me. I need everybody that's tuned in right now. I need you to hashtag Kool Rock-Ski if you want this interview a part 2. We need a part 2 to this. This guy has too much. We need to preserve Kool Rock. Like real talk. Like and you need your flowers now. And I'm the type of brother that's gonna give them to you now.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be.
Man? It's all about just connecting with the people like yourselves and a few other people who's just doing some positive stuff. I mean, if it's positive, I'm down for it. I'm just I was on Sway in the morning. We talked some good positive stuff, and I'm just not really into as you get older, you try to stay away from the idiotic stuff. And one thing about Samantha, who's my manager / publicist, she's gonna scope out whatever it is. She's not gonna put me on just anything. So
right.
And listen, I appreciate you. We appreciate you. They hashtagging Kool Rock-Ski. So I need people to share this. This shit is gonna be live in 87 countries, which is super dope. We're gonna run this shit to the ground. We need part 2, part 3, like Miss Bunky said. And listen, we're honored and we love the fact that you blessed us with your presence. But listen, I don't care about none of that. None of that right now. None of that. None of that.
Ski gonna try to get on his Brooklyn shit right now.
None of that. None of that. I'm Brooklyn by marriage. I'm Brooklyn by best friend.
By marriage.
Listen, my wife is from Brooklyn. My best friend is from Brooklyn. All my young G's is from Brooklyn. Listen, I need this drop. I'm gonna go get my guys from Brownsville. So I need this drop. Let's get it.
You want to do it now?
Right now.
Well, what am I saying? Kool Rock with the RecBoys? What am I saying?
We need to let everybody know. I'm gonna give it to you raw. We need everybody out here to know who you rocking with right now. Let's get it.
I'm in the studio. This is your boy Kool Rock-Ski, the legendary Disco 3 FatBoys MCs from the East New York, Brooklyn. And I'm in the studio with the RecBoys. You know what it is.
Nice. My God. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. That is all I needed. I didn't even have to call my guys from Brownsville because you know Bernadette. She
Right.
He said you know Bernadette.
Hey, listen. Back in the day, Brownsville had East New York kind of shook.
I know.
But,
Yo, listen.
Brownsville had everybody kind of shook back
Yeah.
in the day.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yo, listen. Listen. I'm not even going front. I live that life, and I'm shook.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. No. I'm gonna let you know ASAP. Listen, I lived that life.
Right.
Well, used to. I'm a family man now, you know. But I'm shook. I don't look. Big face, you know. I don't fuck with them niggas out of Brownsville unless it's that time. But no. Listen, I love y'all. Yo, Kool Rock, I had a good time. I had a great time.
Hey man, let me just say once again, shout out to City the Great, man. I just like to give him his flowers, and he's doing some big things. Certified Nation Entertainment is going to be doing some big things in 2023. I know a lot of people have been saying that shit since the 90s. You're about to do some big thing, we take another level. But you know, these cats are really doing some good things, and he has a new song coming out called New York Sounds Like This. I think it's going to be the summer banger. And you know, like I told him, patience is a virtue in this particular industry. Once you get going, it's going to be some times where, you know, you just say that you're going to be sitting by yourself saying, damn, this is what I really want. But yeah, I mean, preparation is the key to success, and I think he's prepared to go all the way to where he wants to take it to. It depends on him, how far he wants to take it to the pinnacle, or he wants to go halfway to the pinnacle. Wherever he wants to go, it's up to him at this point in his career. So shout out to City the Great. Shout out to Samantha Lavelle doing some big things with Certified Nation Entertainment. Shout out to the whole hip hop culture, especially the classic hip hop generation culture, and also to the new school, to the new up and comers coming up. And shout out to Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn is number one in my heart always, no matter.
Brooklyn stand up. Everybody from Brooklyn. That's what. Yo, listen. That's how they end it. I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know once you cross the bridge. They initiate you. They stamp you and say, "Yo, listen, you got to shout out Brooklyn at the end of everything." But I love it. We love you.
Wait, real quick. Where can they find your social media? What's your names on social media? Instagram, Facebook.
I'm mostly on Facebook a lot. I do some posts on. I'm at Kool Rock-Ski. Kool Rock-Ski on. You can catch me. That's the business one on IG. And legendary Kool Rock-Ski is just for, you know, I just post a lot of boxing stuff. I'm a huge boxing fan. So, and you can catch me on Facebook, legendary Kool Rock-Ski, and I also have a page, Kool Rock-Ski, on Facebook as well. Samantha, she takes care of all that stuff. So she's like, she takes.
She's
care
on
of
it. She's on it. Yeah. Look,
she commented.
She is on it. Shout out to Sam. Yo, Chris, you didn't make that happen yet, my nigga.
What?
Like, what's up? What's up?
I don't know.
We need to get on Sam's team. Or Sam needs to get on our team.
Now you know that song. Actually, we need to do that. We need to do something like that. You know how they say God did, and we started saying He did.
Sam
now we
did.
gotta say Sam did.
Sam did. That's right. Who believe? Sam did. Shout out to Sam. Sam Lavelle. You can catch her tomorrow night at Let's Get Activated 7 p.m. Make sure you tap into her. We got Tea Time with Bunky. 7 p.m. Make sure you tap into my big sis, my big little sis. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in 87 countries. Shout out to my people over in Canada and Culture Shock. I think he's gonna be on tomorrow with Bunky, so that's super dope. Shout out to my people over in Ohio with the Tattoo Shop Radio. That's gonna be dope. We replaying tonight at 10 p.m. Waptar Music. Guadalupe. Yeah, Chris, you thought I was going to mess that up. Not at all. In Germany tonight, 10 p.m. Saturday, 8 p.m. Blaze them up. Look at me. We over there. Yeah, we over there. We got.
Don't forget, tomorrow night it will be on all streaming platforms. So everywhere you can think about Apple, Spotify, all that good shit, you can go check out the interview there as well, as his YouTube page.
That's what's up.
Sir. Yo, listen, Kool Rock. Like I said, I'm gonna try to connect the dots. I need to get you on here again.
All right.
You know, we're gonna, even if we do just a history,
right?
Like yeah, like, because that's what I'm into, and it seems that the people tuned in, that's what they into, and who better to get? Like literally.
No, you know, it'd be crazy. Let me hit MC Shan and see if I get him on here, right? Because you got Kool Rock-Ski who laid back.
Look,
you got MC Shan who crazy.
Yo,
that'd be a good
that
conversation.
would be definitely interesting, because I got
and they kind of close right there too.
No,
like,
but you know what is crazy is that MC Shan said, "Yo, the hip hop started in the Bronx, so we cleared all of that up."
Right.
But the thing that got me, and that it really started to resonate after we had him on the show, was he was like, Queen showed these niggas how to get the money.
Yeah.
And once he said that, it was like, oh shit. I sat back and I was like, yeah, this is different.
But Brooklyn brought the toughness in it.
Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, so Shot, I don't know. A lot of people don't know this. When they used to say it's Brooklyn in the house, everybody's thinking that was like, so everybody could be like, yo, it was really so people knew that motherfuckers from Brooklyn was there. Tuck your shit.
Listen. Nah, whoever didn't say Brooklyn was in the house, you know that nigga was the ops. That's like real talk. But listen, Kool Rock, we appreciate your time. I am 26 minutes over my time. My man just probably gonna kill me. But yo, listen, we love you. We're gonna reach out to you. We're gonna get you back on sometime this year. So
all right, bro.
All out the good shit. Yo, we love you. Be good, homie.
Peace.
Listen, dope show. I'm gonna wrap it up quick. Make sure you guys catch the replay Saturday night, Blaze 'em Up Radio, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yo, we tune in 10 o'clock in the studio with the RecBoys, Culture Shock Radio, Canada. Tattoo Shop Radio, right?
It's right there on the shit. Yeah, Tattoo Shop Radio.
No, I'm going off the head, my God. Like, I'm in the booth right now. We had the infamous Kool Rock in the building. FatBoys Disco 3, homie. I'm on one all the way up. But Tattoo Shop Radio, Columbus, that's Ohio, right? Then we got Cuzzo Radio up in Germany, and we got Laptop Music in France. Make sure you guys check us out. We love you guys. Listen, we had a good time. Shout out to everybody that posted and comment. I think we up to like 177. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week with another dope show and more. Next week we got some announcements to make, so it's gonna be super dope. But we love you guys, and we out. All right, easy. Deuces.